Kuma Klan, checking in. It's the weekend. Just dropped you, an evening updates. What's going on with the Kuma? How's the price action? What is the market sentiments? How do people feel? Are we still loyal to Kuma? It's gonna bring y'all right now. It's gonna go over just the whole market in itself, because I'm a strong believer of, we are Kumas, we are a family, but the market affects us. Okay? We were not born first. We are our own breed of Kumas, but at the end of the day, we're affected by, the atmosphere. We're like plants. We're growing. We're thriving. We're looking at what is Earth, what is time, and then we go back to Bitcoin, and then we look at other, elements, and just to be realistic, we're not fighting to be dominant as Kumas. We are not an army. We just want to exist, And right now, with this current market cap, we are not existing. Okay. We're due at least $3 to $4 billion in market cap, people. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you, thoughts and ideas and, what type of plays I'm into, what type of things I'm into. Okay? Please do your own due diligence and research before investing in any crypto space. But, so with the Kuma, it's like, we was actually at a $70 million market cap. 71 million around them areas right there, and we are basically half of that, 51.4%, by all means, from our all-time high. So I'm looking at it like, and that $71 million market cap that we had, which was a great accomplishment for us, as a growing community. Once again, please hit that like button, subscribe button, get these videos out there. We are growing as Kumas. This community is fully decentralized, meaning that we control our own destiny. The greater the community, the more secure the Kuma is. So please hit that subscribe button, get these notifications going, and let's continue to grow. And sometimes I say that. Most people say, hit the button, hit the likes, because I'm doing now as a person that's into the Kuma, liking the Kuma, part of the family. It's now I'm looking at it like, when we looked at our market holders, it was around 17,000, 18,000, something like that. We're so small that we have control of our community. So that's why I welcome you here to the Kuma Klan Diamond Hands official meme channel. So we keep you up to date only on the hottest and latest Kuma news. We keep you fully up to date. Okay? So the space we have for growth is so amazing. I believe all 17,000 of us are the cornerstone for something great to come, to the first trip to space. That's what I believe, So by us being here, these other coins, they got 200,000 holders, or, they're in the hundreds of thousands here. So we're at a very small beginning. And Rome was not built overnight. Okay? And we're just going to go over some things. Like I was saying, I said it was going to pull back, was going to consolidate, it might go down, it's not going to go back. So when I say not going to go back, I want people to understand the perception, that life is perceptions. You can see something from one angle, and a person can see something from another angle, and with the things they've been through in life, experiences, uncertainty, doubt, whatever these variables are, it makes people see two different things. Might not be 100% different in nature, but in their perceptions, a 70%, 30% gap missing here. Okay? So when I say back, I'm always going to understand that some of us must. If you go to my first video, go check it out. Because when we started this video, it was already excitement for where it went. So that's what gave me the inspiration to say, okay, let me upload this first video here. In this video, you know, we were down here at the 14, but the video started in my head before that. So, some people in this space has been in since the 10 here, okay? They have 18 points, realistically speaking, okay? So, that's what I mean back. One thing I learned about crypto, if you go over all of these charts, they all have the same exact pattern. We can get to the deep technical analysis and this and that, but my concern, and I look at it when reading graphs and charts, usually a graph could be a survey, could be opinionated as far as who likes this food the best, or did these many people travel. You get a consensus of the people. you know this is what these graphs do. They get this consensus because there's no market, there's no product, there's no, it's the crypto. It's the DeFi. This ain't Amazon. This ain't a Walmart. This ain't a Microsoft stock. Microsoft, best security in the world. If they ever was to have any type of hacking problem, their stock will plummet. So these things are responsive to creation as far as developing what is being built, what is being made. Now, I look at crypto as more responsive to thoughts, likes, people. It's just a thoughts. It's a vote. I allow crypto more with a voting system more than some type of service. These cryptos are offering utility. That's great. But majority of it is the understanding, the speculation, the gains. And, that's what attracts all people. Come on. Cut the games. The thought of, wow, can I, or if I do, or can I be like that guy who got the millions, and all of them thoughts. But everything is a process in life. Nothing just, nothing just pops there unless we are, some other type of people or beings, or there's no way we're just gonna come into space basically and just think we're gonna invest and just 24 hours later we're millionaires. Like that, I think that's completely unrealistic. And if somebody was to ever try to sell you anything like that, I would be more concerned of, am I about to get scammed? And what is this person even talking? That makes no sense. Now, does these things happen to some people? Of course, at the right times, the universe, and if it wouldn't happen, then it wouldn't happen at all. So it has to happen for it not to happen, things like that in a way. So we look at this chart. We get your run up. We get your sell off. This is how this market is shaking out the paper hands. This is how these markets make their money. If it didn't, it would not exist. This can't be a market where it's just gonna give. Yeah, here, take all this money. Just put your money down, and yeah, you're just gonna guarantee, give us 10,000, and we guarantee everybody come here will leave with 100,000. How would they exist? Life in itself is a friction-based process. Things must occur to keep things. It's the balance. It has to spin in these directions. Things must happen. People must get into things. People must talk. People must debate. This is what keeps the whole system moving. People must not debate. People must sleep. I always look at it like it's like everything's happening at once. Everything must happen at once. Because if you're not doing it, somebody else is doing it. If we was flying over, head through the earth, we'll see a bunch of little things. We'll look at it from a different perspective. As if we was born in the sky or something, and we always just looking down on the earth and the planet and stuff like that. And so we'll have a different perspective. We'll look at it on the vast. So what is these majority? Like a hive. So something is always happening. Everything is happening at once on this earth. Always. This is facts. These are numbers. Everything is happening at once. Okay, so these stocks are going to be reflective of these thoughts of people who liked or understood or entered this space here. Okay, so we had your run up. Now this is how the shake off starts. And if you look at all of these charts, I'm going to give you the breakdown to show you the same similar patterns, which is just bing, here you go, and this is knocking us on the head. Okay, so we're looking at a brand new technology, brand new space, which is crypto. It's not, this is one of the fastest growing technologies in history. It's getting rapidly adopted, faster than bank accounts, cell phones, faster than most current technologies we have. So this is a very rapidly growing space. and it's picking up faster and faster and faster. Okay, so the shakeout is this: you come in here, you know, you see, you start up, you drop off, you start up, you know. But the greatest thing I've learned about all of these major runs these crypto have, if you look at it, let's say 13. You see here, this was the first hump. This gets people excited. You got the sell-offs, you got the people shaking out. They're shaking them. It's just a rapid ride. Every time it goes up, people are falling off. Okay, but then it shoots all the way up, builds them all the way up. And I got to get to here because I know some people came in here and they're down 50%. If you came in at 60, you're down 50%. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. Just give you thoughts, information, affirmations, you know, type of plays I'm into, type of things I think about. Okay? And please do your own due diligence and research before entering any part of the crypto space. But yeah, if you're up, you know, you came in here to 60 or you're 55, you're probably down 50%, 45%. And you know, this is the process. That's the shake off. Not just you, but many people here. Because many people here that left and vanished, or you were back trading, you know, you swing trading the ups and downs, you got left again. And it drops, it goes up, and it falls. Shake off happens again once the crash happens. The panics, the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty. Now more people disappear. Oh, it's over. It's finished. Run. And that's the consolidation for those who believe, you know. And you see that? It keeps going. It's squiggling, a consolidation. But we never really truly see this again. You never really truly, unless you get your once in a while flash crashes, you're not going to really just see this 14, you know, you're 20, you know, because that's where that space would give you opportunity, realistically speaking, to make your money back. Because you've just seen a major run up on a currency that you was like, hold on, people believe in this now. Because there is no product, there is no good. So once the belief occurs once, the belief will happen again. The same people who ran it up here, who got all that profit, made all their money back, they would love to see it come down here or here. You know, these guys, I'm talking about the big guys. You know, not even, they don't even got to be too big, but just big enough. Your 50K plus holders, your $100,000 plus holders, you know, these guys. So for this to come down to, like, say, let's say we have it down to like a 9 or so, right? We're looking at around, just say 200 billion coins for 18,000 or something like that. If it ever was to see a 9 again, that's why I know it wouldn't. Because your big holders that really seen this will buy in tremendously. It'll cause a frenzy again. Okay? It'll cause a simple frenzy. It'll cause a buying frenzy. And once the momentum goes in, everybody's going to jump on. Because they like to jump on and off. That's why you see that. Those are the people that's trying to protect their profits. They say nothing wrong with taking profits, but when you see it go up and you see it just, you know, hit your little boop, 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 those are profit takers. You know, guys, I'm still sitting here to this day thinking, wow, you know, I could have not been a Shiba Inu Diamond Clan hand holding guy and just, you know, and took my profits. Who wouldn't have? You know, who wouldn't have wanted to? But as anyway, I've learned about these shakeups. This is the shakeup. This is the shake your bridge. It's part of growth and development. We're looking at a brand new technology here. We're looking at something that is put into a database. It's put into a matrix, Kumas. Whereas though this thing is digital, this thing is going to outlive us. What are people just going to wake up out of nowhere and say, hold on, I don't want my Kuma, I don't want my Shiba, I don't want to buy, you know. No, this is a brand new sphere where it all end that we all have been lucky to been alive during our generations to see. So we have to look at the birth of every other company. We're looking at a company here, and it's hard for people to understand that. People say, I'm going to lose all of my money in stocks. You can put your money in a company unless that company is going bankrupt and shutting down, which is impossible for cryptos. That's what separates the game. There is no office building. There is no rent due. Once these blockchains are established, these things are basically AI. As long as the human race is interactive with it, it's gonna. So these is like, we're looking at digital scrolls here, people. Okay? Years ago, the country could burn down, get torn, they burn all the money, maybe the country disappears. You gotta reprint this, not and you don't get the same exact design. If there was mass war broke out and half the country got wiped out, you lose things. We lost the information from the Egyptians. We lost information from all these other great kingdoms, speculative information at times and at best. Why? Because we're going with our history. It's everything that's been passed down for 20, 50 decades, and sometimes a century is all we is this 100% accurate, or did they add a little twist to make themselves the main player in the game, or did they add a little twist just to that's how life is. I don't know if y'all have ever been at middle school and you sit in a big circle, and then your teacher tells you to whisper something in somebody's ear, and by the time it gets back to the person, whatever you said, it never came back the same. Kumas. So no matter how good, whether intentionally or unintentionally, we cannot whisper information from person to person. The story never comes back the same. That's life. That's human thought. So with that being said, we're looking at digital markets, okay? And we're all 80s, and we're later in our 80s, and we're in our 90s, then we're in our hundreds, then we're in our 40s, whatever process or position in the book or the page of Father Time, whatever position we're at, no matter what happens 50 years from now, Kumas, this technology will still be standing, Kumas. Just like the internet, it's never going nowhere, Kumas. That's what makes this digital technology so powerful. Because yes, you could take stone and you can inscribe it in the scrolls, but eventually over time, it's gonna break these scrolls down, erode these scrolls. The information is never fully passed. Kumas. Imagine if we had digital cameras back in Egypt, 4K cameras and stuff, and they was recording it. This information will still be here. We'll still be up on there would be no lost technology. There would be no debate if this technology, we would be dealing with the facts. We'll be dealing with reality, full understanding of existence. That is growth. That is change. That is advancement for the race of the Kumas. To hold this information forever. And that is what this thing and this technology offers, Kumas. Okay, so we're way at a beginning. We're way beyond a beginning. So this, for your short-term holders, your swing traders, welcome. And, once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, get these notifications bell out there. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I offer financial advice. Just give you thoughts and ideas about the plays I'm into. But, that is what some people are here for, though. Life is short. I want to go on vacation. I want to do this. I want to see the world. I want to take a break. I want the kids to go to the beach. I want to save money for college. I want to surprise my grandmother for her birthday. I want to go overseas. Some girls want to go to the club. Some Kumas want to go just to out, period. Some Kumas want to rent a jet. Some Kumas got visions of boats. And, we have all these thoughts and these ideas. So this is what this reflects. Your run up, your sell off, and it's not, it's, we have to look, but where does buying pressure come in? Buying pressure comes in. What creates buying pressure? What creates these support loans and these, losing these levels are amount of interest applied. We can look at the charts, the numbers, but we're looking at, especially when we're looking at this crypto space, this unique space, we're looking at thoughts. What are thoughts? Okay, we have the crypto. How does money move around? What is money motivated around? Why does money exchange hands? For thoughts, ideas, wants, desires, greed, Kumas. And even if that, we don't even have to classify as greed. It's just the need to exist and the need to be successful. Because once you are successful, then of course you can fully outlive your thoughts and understand who we truly are. Because no matter how much we love life and love our jobs, we never get a chance to truly sit back and think, who are we? And if anything of the divine nature was to communicate us, I believe it would be through us. So sometimes you need your times to wine, to dine, to travel, spend time with your kids, develop further bonds, make sure all the Kumas are at school, all the Kumas go to work, Kuma sent to college. You got to balance all of that, So this is what these buying pressure, when you look at crypto, straight to the point, is more of greed motivated, interest motivated. I don't like to use the word greed because I believe everybody should develop themselves to fully be free. That's what decentralizing actually means, and that's what it means to love that word and love the motion, the feeling. It's just everything behind the movement. It's a movement. Once again, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on all your notifications bell, get these videos out there. We're going to grow this community, and we're going to change the land of Kumas. you know so these things give us the ability to fully see what is going on. So I'm not going to apply that word to why the stock is holding up, because I don't want it to ever have an ill. It just makes no sense to try to just throw an ill label on it. Oh, it's greed, it's this. That makes no sense. Because these systems were developed. It's not like we can just go outside in our yard and go hunt us a cow or kumas, or go hunting and go fishing everywhere. So we're in financial restraints, shackles. The kumas are in shackles because we can't just decide not to partake in the financial system. That makes no sense. Little kumas need diapers. Little kumas need food. Little kumas need hair done. Little kumas need hair products, backpacks, dreams, ambition. Little kumas need so much because little kumas deserve the best life. Just like if this was 1,000 years ago, we would hunt the best for our little kumas, build the best houses out of the forest we can to protect our little kumas in the village. But we are not at that point. So in modern times, the financial system has replaced our energy that we would use to hunt. The energy that we would, so now we have to just grip this energy to tap into what we aspire to do and aspire to believe. So with this decentralized and this project here that is freeing us as Kumas, that these levels will always hold up and these are the people that are so beneficial also to us, because these people are all going to stick around because they're waiting for their next life-changing possible run or something to further their agenda to make them better. At the end of the day, this is all about money, guys. Of course, the Kuma may be trying to sugarcoat it, but that's what I see. It's just what it is. This is money. So anybody who came to play with Kuma came to go shopping with the Kumas. You came for the money. Let's stop it here, okay? But people need to forget about these things, because the greatest commodities that came out in life and the greatest things that was loved by us unknowingly became money, because the love we had for it turned it into money. From Pokemon cards to basketball cards. I remember having a Jordan rookie card, and it was like, wow. Had this card, I was like in middle school. One of the oldest Jordan. I had this card to this day, and I actually left my book bag in the schoolyard. Went to go play and came back. Of course, somebody took the Kuma's card out of his book bag. And I was just so happy when I got the card. I just always knew he was a good basketball player. And this had to be in like 96. So this card right now, value would be it's ridiculous. The price tag will be crazy. And I always have that thought in my mind because of people's love for the sport, the love for their team. So united we stand, all of the Kumas. So that's all this is really about here. This is a community-based project, a community-driven coin. Very simple, fully decentralized. Now we got our SHIB down 1.8%. Okay. Let's go look at our 30-day chart. You say, this looks great though, honestly. I like this right here. This long period of just no real breakout, no real two ups, and it's just perfectly beautiful. It shows you the belief and the support they have over there at their army, Rebbe. But look at their market cap. Number 17. Wow. And that community has came a very long way. If you look at this right here, very, very long way. And I actually was part of the SHIB army, Kumas. Please don't be mad, but I had to leave the army and become part of a family. Okay? So this is what these cryptos do. They shoot up. Okay, bam. They break. If you look at the last chart, let's come on, let's speed it up a little bit. To shoot up, and then you got your shoot down. Okay. Now this happened more frequently. This is a 90-day thing here. You know. Yeah, we could pop that up on the 30. Is that the 30? Okay, it pops up on the 30 here. Okay. Now with boom, the shoot up, the shake off. Oh my God, am I going broke? You know, that's what's really how it gets its energy back. It has to get this is a one hand wash. There's the other effect that goes on with these markets. So it takes back and then it consolidates. But the mind trick of the crash, you don't know when we're gonna crash. You're falling and falling and falling. You don't know. So people jump out of there. Oh, let me hit my parachute at this level here. You know, and things of that nature. Then it takes off. That's the whole game. Because when people that's here, that causes the drop, right? The reason they jump off of the swing, because I understand it. I've lived, you see, I've came into these markets like this. Now this crazy run is another form of karma because it's like, wow, most of the time I do would have jumped off, it would have kept going, but now I don't jump off, and you know, whatever. I'm not gonna, that's my own personal battle I have myself. Like, what type of weird stuff is that? The time I do not decide to jump off, it actually goes backwards at a level would have made me happy. Would have made all of us happy if we would have jumped out, you know, on our Pacific, you know, man, and came back and oh my gosh, great. More Christmas presents for the kids this year. More things for the Kuma. You know, so that's really what occurs. So when you see these, this is the pull off, the sell off, that's the shake up. But the reason this never hit here, if this did this, okay, and it comes this way, that shows the love. That shows the support. That shows people are into it. When it drops, that shows you that people were trying to, you know, what were they into it for? What were they, you know, we were going to say it's love. What were they supporting the stock? For money, of course. Financial gain. So they're going to take their profits, which is nothing wrong with that. They're going to take their profits, and that's when you see that. But if this did this, right, and just came down here, right, the reason that makes no sense, and you don't just see these types of, you don't go, what stock, you don't just see stocks just do this randomly every day. I'm talking about from coming here. Imagine coming in here, right? Shooting up here, and then just shooting down here, and then coming up here. You know what that would do? That would go against the laws of just social physics. Why? Because people are up here. When they jump off, this causes the plummet. So that means if this hits here, whoever jumped off here is going to buy back in here. And these types of individuals will be smart enough to just say, you know what, no, this thing's going to go back up. Because no matter what, if I jumped off here, I've received the full potential and maximization of the profits I would have made. So if I jump in here, knowing that this line has always been here for so long, that I know there's crazy buying pressure. So these stock individuals would literally jump back in and cause it to shoot back up. So it never plays that part. So what happens is just a fight going on the sell-off and the buy-in. When you see it drop this way, it's always just slow and it comes up. This is where the squiggles come in. Because you got all these people trying to cut each other throat at once. So the people that already brought off here often already watch the charts after they sell off. They don't just sell off. People hear sell-offs, they get shaken up. They get scared. Oh my God, it's a sell-off. And it's like, no, there's no commodity, there's no product here. It's like you trying to tell me a bunch of people logged out of Instagram for a day. They're coming back. That's life. You know, it's media, and it's media where people are getting paid, so they're definitely coming back. If a person will log off of Instagram, I remember the recent week or so, we had a big Facebook, Instagram shutdown, and people literally were posting everywhere. Oh, you know, making memes about it being shut down and how, you know, they're giving up and Twitter is up. You know, you started hearing the responses from the people. So you see the technology, how people just responding all over. You're seeing memes. I'm like, oh, these people are going crazy over this little shutdown. Actually, I was going crazy too, guys. I tried to log in like 6 times that day, you know. So that's what occurs. So this is the sell-off, but you got to realize if we sell off and we say, yo, people are not just leaving without looking at the chart. So if you sell off, you're still like, I made all this money, wow. And so It's like a fisherman going to a fishing hole. If you caught a fish there, you shall return again. So once this sell-off happens, these same people, and I would say 80% plus of these people, watch the charts for the next couple days. And some of these people jump back in. This is where you see this, you see that, and then you see the up, and then you see. So that is called, that's socialism. The fight for, so once you create a fight for gain and a fight for finance, that's an economy in itself. Yeah. So that's what these markets are doing here right now. These markets. That's what makes them so powerful. So powerful. Okay. We got Dogecoin, we're down 1.3%. Okay. 1.3%, guys. 1.3%. You see, I gotta go a year back. See, Doge is becoming a very, very great project, guys. We're Kuma Klan. We do not put others down. We are not in competition like them. We want everybody to succeed. Let it be the will of the people. So if you look at this, for example, this is around the time when I actually was in the Doge. Here, yep. Yes. Remember that Pacific, like I was actually helping somebody out, some type of music project around that time. And I was just driving back from California, and I was just like, wow. I was a couple bucks in there. That's what really opened my, like, oh my God, like it just was nostalgia and the feelings I was getting because it just did all of this. Now I did jump off and lose her around 32, and it just kept, I got shook off actually. Yep, I remember this was going on. And just jumped ship as a fool around 26, and then just, ding. But guess what it did? I sat back and waited and waited and waited and waited, and where we're at right now, 23. All that time, if I would have gotten at 20, it doesn't get back here. Why I thought here? Because my mind is breaking. Numbers don't lie. People do. People say, can I become a millionaire in this crypto space? And I'm going to break this down for y'all in this. Yeah, I got enough time. I got to make dinner for a little bit. So I'm going to break this down for y'all, right? Everybody just throws the word, I want to be a millionaire, out there. Think about the math and be sensible. When you enter these spaces, you have to think about compounding. These are things you can think about to say, all right, time, because I don't live forever. Because I could believe you could put probably $1,000 in here, and anybody could be a millionaire if you got the time for it. 50 years, and the scarcity, the burns, because a lot of these coins, that's once a coin establishes itself, no matter how big the supply is, it says it's not going to mint itself no more, and it's going to have little mini burns. But we start adding, we talk a decade or 2 decades, 20 years. You got to realize every coin is going to reach a scarcity in the future. Is what I'm saying. Any coin that implements the stop and the freeze of its production after its first inception, looking at the internet, looking at the birth of everything else, we're not going to say that crypto is going to disappear in 20 years. It makes no sense. It hasn't even been affected the masses fully yet. This is still a thing that's everybody's just easing up to, warming up to. So every coin will reach scarcity, in my point. If you're looking at the overall, we're not the day by day and we stuck in a week and a month and a year. No, let's look at 20 years from now. It's all going to hit these scarcities. So my thing is this. Realistically speaking, life speaking, am I gonna sacrifice 20? I gotta wait 20 years. You got a lot of living to do now. It's kind of ridiculous. This just makes no sense. Time is master. So say we would have came in right here, right? $5,800 would have brought you 100,000 coins. Okay, I'm giving you information from the Kumas, the charts, the millionaire understander. Comprende? Okay, there's numbers. When these guys, you hear about these guys that got rich in this crypto, and these guys didn't just randomly put money into crypto. It's kind of funny when everybody says, yeah, I heard this person became a millionaire, or this person did this and this person did that. These people didn't just randomly, like, oh, I'm just going to put 4,000. Or people hear about the guys that got rich with Doge, for example. These guys put $9,000 into it. I'm not saying you got to put an extreme large amount of money into it, but you have to understand the numbers to create a realistic formula. For example, 58, 5,700. It says 5,700. You put 57, or let's say 5,800, right? That would have got you 100,000 coins. Okay? Yeah, that got you around 100,000 coins. Now, this shoots all the way up to here. Right? Now you're at, of the $5,800, you who have garnished yourself from there to there, you would have earned yourself, you would have earned yourselves, say right here at the peak of it, $68,000. Okay? $68,000 off 100, yeah. So yeah, because you'd had 100,000, yep, 68, but yeah, So you'd had $68,000 off a $5,400 investment. See, these is realistic. You see, when you hear about the beginning and the ending, these are people usually speculating on all of it, because what is the process? Okay. Yeah, we hear about the boxer guy Floyd Mayweather, but how many hours does he put in the gym? Here we hear about the rich, wealthy exec, but how many times they had sleepless nights on the computers? 20, 30 hours straight, and then sleeping for a day to catch up on sleep. You see, we get caught and lost in a persona of people. And sometimes the persona of what their forefathers or the ones before them sacrificed to even get them there. The pain, we don't pay no attention to the pain or endurance that it took to get there. To recreate that, we'll be more speculative, or more, looking with a jealous eye, and more of creators and doers ourselves when we live like this. Okay, you did this, but tell me a story. Okay, take the middle, and then you fill in the gaps. So if you just got the beginning and ending, you still need, you need the middle filled up. Once you fill in the middle, you got the Trinity, you have the completion. Your ideas is with us now in the real world. No longer in your brain, now in reality. Okay, so that 5,700 would have, you would have at that point, garnished around $68,000. Okay, so now you at 68 here. So once you hit a point like that, with an investment like that, okay, you're so far ahead that when people pull back, this is what Diamond Hand does versus I'm just comparing, I'm just trying to help. You see, I've understood. It took me a while to understand it, because even with the Doge, I made like for a couple $1,000, little 2,000 here, whatever. I went through that instant gratification, and this represents what people do not understand. As I say, people see the beginning and they look at the ending. Oh my God, I would have been, but they don't understand the rifts. This represents life, the struggles, the ups and downs you go through. So if this person comes in here, 57, shoots up here, even though he's down here, he is still ahead of the game. Diamond Hands, and his investment is still secured way above where he started at. So people are shaking up, and this person is still riding the elements of the wave. The thing is, paper hands come in when you come here and you sell off here. Every day you look at your chart, you're looking at it on, oh wow, I'm down 50%. So every day you have that stress, like wow, I just put $2,000 in it, for example. I'm sitting on 1,000, so that chance to say if it drops any low, I want to sell off, I want to do this, I want to put my money here to earn some of it back in this popular other stock. That's where paper hands kicking in. So this shake off, because we're on Doge now. I showed you the Shiba shake off. Okay, these are the shake offs. The up, this is a shake. Go up. And when we land, this velocity and the speed of my descent is gonna shake some people off, dude. This was another shake off. This actually was a shake off, and it actually kept them up for a couple of days. Shake them off a little bit, and then it shook them. Now consolidation. Why? Because the game is we can't let what's up here ever think they're gonna come in back here. And this is because these markets. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. Just giving you thoughts and ideas, and the way I make my plays, the way the Kumas tell me to make my plays. And when we read out of the Kuma scriptures, we shall be well ahead of our plays. Kuma. So, it's thoughts and stuff. So we can, as we got to look at perception, whales. We say whales and it's like saying death. in these third world countries, they got bodies in the streets. These little kids are growing up seeing bodies in the freaking streets like garbage. Okay? Trash. It's ridiculous amounts of violence in some places around the world. And we are a global community and we want to change their lives too. But what happens is this. We don't see the meta. We don't see the whale. You just hear about the term whale. It's just digital to us. You see a whale on a nine, like, oh, it's a whale. Okay, great. Yeah, the whales did it. Yeah, the whales did it. You know who the Illuminati did? You don't even know these freaking guys' name. The Illuminati did it. Yes. Yes, they did. Those of the lights. Yes, yes. It's like, it's just speculation. It turns into the freaking UFO sighting, the unmanned vehicles now. They done changed the name on us too. So it becomes foolish in a way. Not foolish because it's very realistic, but you just don't see it. Hmm? It's kind of like religion, things of. So these things are in our mind, but what level of in our mind are they at? It's like your best friend tells you, yo, I won the lottery, dude. Look at me. You're not gonna ever be fully taken back from that until they cash the tickets and pull up in the cars. Until they spend the money, you're not gonna really. If I tell you I won the lottery and you see me every day, you don't see nothing in my life change. It will never really fully affect you. You might not even challenge my thought. It's just so you'll just simply let it go and write me off. That's life. That's where you get the rich man, poor man scenarios of people dressing up on these bloggers' channel. They're millionaires and billionaires, and they sit there and it's like the undercover homeless guy, but he's really a billionaire. Okay, and they sit there and it's like funny, and people watch how fake people are. The guy, he's really rich, but he sits at a bus stop to pick a girl up and she denies him and he pulls back in a Ferrari, then he can get her. Stuff of that nature. So we have to separate ourselves and have a clear understanding of people. So yes, the whales exist. Okay, Kumas, yes, the whales are real. These people, they hold a bigger financial position than us in life. Nothing wrong with that. Who knows how they got there? Some was ordained with talent. Some have gifts. Some have generational wealth. Whatever. People are people. That's all that matters. People change money. Money does not change people. So we'll say that the money changes people. No, 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 no. See, these people just now have enough money to act out who they truly are. Because some people take on other forms for survival. This is where you see these cases of these, family people that were really crazy, because people take on forms for survival because they know this form, in their eyes, you got just self-conscious self and you have your conscious self. Okay? A lot of the self-conscious goes on in our thoughts. People have thoughts that they never speak on because that's your filter, that's your complete privacy. If you have a thought, we don't know, anybody can have a thought of insane craziness where you be like, yo, what is that? So we have to look at that. So if we're all humans and we're dealing with thought and we're dealing with people, okay, it becomes very simplified. What came here and here, right here, this is the riff. This is the competition of the whales. Ding. Somebody sells off. You as a whale sell off your profit. You cause the stock to drop. Oh, great. You give me a chance to buy in. As another whale, that's the splash. That's the dance. The waltz of the whales. So what happens is when this comes here, this waltz forces whatever was up here could never get a chance to come in back here. Or could never possibly get a chance to come in back here. Or can never get, that is the dance of what you see with these buying. See, the buying pressure, supply, demand. The demand is already known. The feeling has already been. You see, what makes this stay up here is the struggle of this down here. Okay, Kumas? This what causes these to stay in high is the struggle of this. The remembrance of people who were here when they were basically sitting there either floating or maybe they were suffering or maybe consolidating, like, wow, did I just waste my money and my time? And then when it went here, every time it does this, you create a nostalgia. So every time it goes here, and we think, oh, it's going to crash, it's going to hit the ground. No, the nostalgia kicks back in. Hold on. Wow, if it gets there, I can double my money, and it becomes a competition. The competition kicks in immediately because the nostalgia has already been established here. and that will last for a very long time. And it will spread, and it will spread, and it will spread. Because some people who sold out waited, probably put a little bit of their money back in, and creates consolidation, but they lived their life. The instant gratification already hit some of these people. Some of these people probably done bought whatever, and however, this change. They did little things in their life, okay? Because these prices here and all of these stocks is what creates the nostalgia. And it's a simple mathematic, the multiples of 10. It's very simple to deal with. You stay on the one because the zero never exists. Truly never exists. It's just fillers. And that's what it's about. So the 5,700 to the 6,000. So 68, 63,000. They say that's popping right there. 68 right there. And once they come there and then they settle here, they're knowing that the next run will surpass here. Okay, so the hook. So it comes down, the W. The wide thoughts. It's just spiraling. And one day, once it sparks, it's going to surpass here. And once it gets here, it shoots up again. The nature of crypto, it will pull down. But it will never hit a point to fully make you think you'll profit from here again. Okay, so you shoot up. Every time you see the shoot up, you see the pull back, you see the long consolidation, periods. It's never going to give you this. You're definitely not getting this back. And it's going to take a little bit more back from here somewhere. Somewhere from this 40 to 50 range. Yeah, 23. Yep. So next time Doge has this run, I am predicting if any pullback occurred, which is all I can't even say if. That's just, come on, dude. Every time, that's just the nature of what we've seen. So, and just common nature, human nature. It makes no sense to say it's not. It makes no sense. I just don't understand why somebody's not going to take profits. It's just insane to say not. Because it matters when you came in. So most people is not going to always come in here. So other people came in the middle of something else and they took their profits respectively. Like people that came in at the 14 when we're up at 189%, and I was, I got a nostalgia. I went in nostalgia for good cause. I mean, that was a 10x of our original investment, guys. That was ridiculous. So we had our investments, which could have been our 20 cents, and we had 80% plus over that. A little bit more than that. 81% profit. Come on, guys. Whatever we had, it went up 80. That was just ridiculous. So, of course, the nostalgia. For example, right, when it did that run, when this Shiba Inu, just to make it very simple, when this Shiba Inu did this run, right, anybody who came in around here, if you'd had $2,000 into the stock, you'd have been at around $10,000 to $11,000 right here. Okay? That's how big the X was on that. Okay? So that is the number pattern. So when you get to 10 and then say for you got to 10, right, and you sold out, you're looking, I got to gain a 10x. Everything, time you think 10x is like, okay, I got 10,000 now, I can do that to 100,000. Okay? Then you got your cool off, and then 100,000 goes to the million. This is how these guys enter these spaces, guys. Numbers. You don't need to be. So everybody has to go through the same numbers. That's how we communicate. You can talk to somebody without even being there and know stuff about their life all through numbers. It's crazy. Okay, so this is the same pattern, guys. You go up, you pull back, but you never truly. Oh, we're gonna allow these guys here to get back here. Why? Because when this happened, you created a pattern, a pump. That's what they say. Look, it's pumping. The stock is pumping. Listen to the words. They're telling you. An oil pump. So from here, and this is Kuma. That's, yeah. So say from here, right? Around at 11. Yeah. Let's say around at 11, right? If you'd have invested, yeah. Yeah, if you invested 2,000, you had the same effect. That's crazy. It's ridiculous. Yep. It's 12. See, from those, we started at the $6,000 range. like I was saying, but this stock's a little different. Of course, the zero started different. So one thing I can just tell you simply, just from a quick break the numbers down, you know, everything is indivisible with threes, sixes, and completion. Okay, so basically, say you would have came in right now with hair. You put around $20,000 in it. When this would have went all the way up here, you would have been in around $110,000 for a quick understanding. So when these stocks do these things, right now we can say, yo, $20,000 is a lot of money, yo, this is that. I understand completely the feelings about these thoughts, 5,000, 20,000. But you have people here. You see, investing. See what a rich man does. Right? I always heard this. You know, what a rich man does is when they get money, they take all their money, they make a very big investment, and put a little bit of money in their pocket. When a poor man gets money, he takes all of it. He takes all of that money. He keeps a lot of his money, and he takes a little bit of his money, and he makes an investment. Okay, so I say that because once again, I'm not a financial advisor. Just giving you, thoughts, informations, affirmations, things I receive, and type of plays and ideas and opinions I have about how, do my own personal thing. And please do your due diligence and research before entering the crypto space. Okay? So I say this because we have COVID that's passed. We have taxes that have passed for some of these people. This, that, checks, and, extra money they get to live their life on day-by-day basis, okay? Now, with some of these people, just like the brothers, I don't know if you've heard of the Doge brothers. They had a family. They took their family. They asked everybody in their family to get some money, and they got up around $9,000. This was last year, $10,000. They all invested, and they became millionaires. 24 million, something like that, or whatever, 4 to 6, whatever. It was millions, regardless of the fact. All for 10 grand. Now, what happens is this. 10 grand to any family or anybody who has access to it, who works, who has a job. You see, Kumas were a family of workers, family of well-minded, balanced individuals, sensible people. Numbers don't lie, people do. Intelligent people will not overthink and overdo or add complexity onto simplicity. Okay? So they put this up, because it's a number pattern of common sense from 10 to 100, 10 times 100, you have the number. Very simple. 10 times 100,000 you have. So that is what people are looking at. So for example, for the kicks of it, let's do some war game simulations. But we the Kumas, we're really a family. We don't like armies. Okay, so for example, we had an 8x, right? If somebody, because this is what these whales do, they had 100,000 in it right here. Around the 15 had 100,000 in it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They would have left with $1 million, 1 point something million. They sell off. These are types of guys that we are realistically out here in these markets. You can see buys on these websites that keep track of these purchases, and you see these things and be like, wow, he brought this much million. So these are the numbers that they're dealing with. So a guy putting up 10 million here is making 100 million here. They're dealing with bigger numbers than us. So this is why these charts are shaped like this. All of these charts are squiggles of thoughts, but the reason they differ is because we're looking at different players on the financial spectrum. When you see this is the same as this. See this right here? From up here to down here, this pointy little big hump you see here is the same as all these other little humps, people. They represent thoughts, but this is the start of something bigger going on. Okay, this is the splash of the whale. Splash. When people say whales, look, splash. When people say whales, they just say whales, but they never really let it, understand what we're saying. Look, splash. He just dives a little bit lesser. Goes up, he dives hard, comes back up, he treads. Now he's swimming. Okay, the swim is just going to keep climbing with all of these coins, people. Okay? All of them. Currently, the whole market is down. And of course, we still have high sentiment. People, we have outperformed the markets. people. We have went back as always, people, but we have never truly went back to the original. And that is the game with crypto. Please don't forget these things. Don't ever don't ever be sold to forget these things. That is the game. You go back. We went all the way up. Look at the run. Look at this beautiful run ahead. These last. It was all starting in October. It was all. We went all the way up, but we never truly go back. That's time. That's the spread. Okay? For example, you see how we went up? We went up, but we never truly went back. This right here, like I said, we're clocking Kuma News 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we're always broadcasting on the most up-to-date information. Has increased here. This was at 4th, actually this was at around 4,000. We first ever viewed this market cap. Slight increase from the 31. Okay? The word is going to spread. That's the Kuma way. That is the way to Kumas. Okay? So, just stopping by, just giving you up to date on exactly what occurred and my true thoughts on what is occurring and what will be done. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, just give you plays, up to date information. Type of plays I'm into. Please do your own due diligence and research before investing in any crypto space. So that's basically what it is. So what these cryptos is, we go up, we come back, but we never truly go back. Not all the way. Because that is the friction of the stocks. That's what keeps the system going. Okay, if we have a crash, you'll have a crash. Say if we was having a crash after this, right? This is how the stock will do. It'll crash all the way down to here probably, around the 16. Oh, that's a crypto crash. I'm going crazy. And then the pressure will kick in and shoot it all the way back up. Or slowly consolidate, because that's the buying pressure of the people who was here. They're always sitting around waiting. When people sell off, sometimes they just step out. It's part of the game. So this whole thing started the game. And the whales always ignite the stock. So whales are not a bad thing in certain circumstances. It's just that once the stock is established, then it's like there's too many of y'all. Way too many, so the whale ignited it. It's basically over, guys. It's game over. It's more of a time thing. Okay, and now realistically speaking, I'm gonna cover one more thing. And if you're still here, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on all of your notifications, and comment Kuma Klan Diamond Hands. One more thing, right? We talked about the millions, these guys, they come into the space. Millions is not gonna be done overnight, things of that nature, right? Now, with Kuma, there's one thing that is up in the air, because we never pretend to know everything. We just know enough. $34 million. Let's say it's 35 million. Let's round that off real quick. 35 million, right? Okay. In order to become a millionaire here, right? It's gonna be realistic, guys. You're just gonna do this for the kicks of it, right? In order to become a millionaire here, you want to hold, and realistically speaking, because we're looking at markets, I'm looking at market caps, I'm looking at the overall market. Where is the ranks with the coin? We're going to have to knock this rank down, first of all. And that's only going to come when this grows. It's business. Okay, guys? So, for example, and I'm just going to be realistic. I'm going to throw a number out there. Because I want a realistic number, and I want to be able to be realistic and transparent as possible. Because this is it's just a more of a, it's a deep thought. But once again, it's not financial advice, and nor am I offering financial advice. I want that to be very understood before I break down the thoughts. I'm breaking down the thoughts of the market, the thoughts of the people, the thoughts of the Kumas. Okay? So, if you have 10,000 bucks, okay, a 10x on that would bring you at 100,000. So, If you have 5,000, you'll need a 20x on that. Okay? And of course, you have 2,500, you need a 40x on that. Okay? You up with me? Huh? Huh, Kuma? Huh? So, I'm looking at time, and let's just do 10. And you can break, this with this formula. You can twist it, and, you can add your own dates because everybody lives on their own time. So I don't believe there's any specific formula. It's like what formula suits best for you. How much time do you have for the Kuma? So if we say 100,000, right? 100,000, we'll need that to 10,000. We'll need that to actually 100x to get to $1,000,000. 100x. Well, we'll need 100x out of that. Out of 10,000. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Kuma, 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 Kuma. Okay, so we got the 35, right? Let's just do something right here. It's something simple, very simple, okay? No numbers. We love our numbers, don't we? Let's keep them nice and simple for the people. You know. Million, yeah. Million, yeah. Million, million, I just, no, oh my God. You know what, guys? I freaking hate Microsoft. Bing or whatever it is. I don't like, I'm a Google fanatic. I'm an iPhone fanatic. I did like Android at one point. But I don't know. Once I found a good product, I like to stick to it. I've noticed Google is really the most advanced out of all of these search engines. Like you could be misspelling something and just type that. I don't know what it is. It's like a psychic in a way. You guys just type that in there, Google would just do ding, 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 ding. I'm like, okay, this is what I was thinking about. Like, how did you know? Are you reading my thoughts again? Google is that powerful. It's ridiculous right there. I don't know what the heck's going on. Million, yeah. See? It just automatically hops into everything. Million. Okay. Okay, so 3,500,000,000. Million. Kuma. So right there is telling you this. This is all the math you need to know. These are the God numbers. Your 100x. You start at your 10, you can work your way up, or you can work your way down from that. You can use that as a starting point. Once again, this is not financial advice, it's educational information. Give me thoughts and ideas to the plays, the type of things I'm into. Please do your own due diligence and research before entering anywhere in the crypto space. So that's basically what you can do. Okay, you could break that down. You can half that, and you could get to your $5,000. So this is the types of things that we're into. Okay, as you can see, we can 100x right now and still not surpass Shiba Inu, but we can outpace them. So we have as a new project, guys, we don't have any big investors on it. We have such a long way to go, guys. This is not nothing that's going to be done overnight, but it can explode overnight. So I'm never going to tell you anything otherwise because I do not offer financial advice, but I will not offer false information because this is what they all have done. Yeah, 5 years, dude. Oh, yeah, 5 years. I'm really in for 5 years. They say that to cover themselves from being wrong. So if they say 5 years and it happens in a year, well, it's kind of unexpected, but, instead of saying it won't because they don't want to ever take any blame or no. I just like to say, realistically speaking, who knows? That's just really life, like today, tomorrow, the day after that. It's just, this is what these cryptos are with things of this nature being real. Now, to say this is going to 100x, then we can say something more realistic to say no. 100x after at 12 million times 100. Come on. Bitcoin, same thing. I'm not even gonna pop that up. Somebody's gonna be worth 100 trillion at, like, you know. So we have to just be realistic on some of these things and come up with these solutions and think, all right, 31 million, you know, come on, no, okay. So that's what we need to think about. Now, realistically speaking, 100x this, of course. 1000x. Wonder where 1000x will push us. You know, so we can say that. For example, right, 1000x with Shiba Inu, with Dogecoin, sounds ridiculous. We're never going to mention, you know, let's you know, like, I don't like just putting senseless thoughts out there. Oh, with Bitcoin sounds, you know, that's kind of stupid. It sounds repetitive. It sounds stupid for me even put that in the air. Of course not. Y'all look at me like, duh, you know. So Kuma, 1000x at 35 million rounded. Rounded. Circle. Completion. Trinity. Infinity. That's 1,000, dude. $35 billion. That is 1000x, people. That is 1000x, people. 1000x. Kuma. Kuma. This project is very powerful, people. Just even thinking about that just had my whole head like, so we're looking at 1000x. Is that realistic? Is that possible? I'm just, you know, once again, I'm just giving you thoughts, ideas, affirmations. I'm not your financial advisor, nor do I offer financial advice. I offer facts, numbers, number. Okay, so we're looking at the market cap here. Wow. Oh, wow. How much is that? $31 billion. 35 billion. It's a little bit over Doge, people. It's a little bit over Doge, people. Without affecting the markets, people. Shiba, 12. Okay, so that means we done surpassed Shiba at that point, people. We done surpassed everything in this market with that type of thought process, people. But is this a competition? No, Kuma. Are we a clan, a family? Yes, Kuma. Do we want to attack other projects? No, Kuma. Are the Kumas in search of world peace and financial communications? Yes, Kumas. Should the people use more time to think and love thy families? Explore, want, and desire more? Yes, Kumas. So we could fulfill, to me, it's like, wow, that's so deep. Wow. The point of silence, the stumble, the vocals. Wow. It's like we can fulfill our true purpose. Time to think, time to innovate, time to revolutionize, time to change the world and the future Kumas. We are ready to see, we are ready to live, and we are ready to believe. Kumas. Okay? So we would have surpassed Shiba Inu and we would have surpassed Dogecoin on 1000x. Their market caps are not unrealistic. I'm sorry. Now, the reason I said we're family and this is not a competition because as Father Time grows, which is Bitcoin, which, okay, let me pull that up actually. We're not going to ignore the obvious. I think that'll be like a truly, I would really be doing a disservice to y'all. Really be doing a disservice to y'all if I do not mention what's going on with Bitcoin today. Okay. How lovely she's looking today. Okay. In her high heels today. So classy today. So jazzy today. Almost at its all-time high. Ah, the hype is building. I'm seeing Bitcoin definitely breaking its all-time high, and once Bitcoin gets this next bull run, it will be crazy, guys. It will be crazy. We're looking at a transformation of humanity, global communications. We can communicate through numbers every day. Okay? So Bitcoin is opening the door. Usually when Father Time sets a destination, this is Father Time. Time is master. We follow. Okay? Once this explodes, this hits 100K, all these other markets will push up. You see, most people, when I say Dogecoin, give me money, give me cash, give me Dogecoin. Give me money, give me cash, give me Dogecoin. Kuma. And we get these Shiba Inus and your Kuma Inus. This is a part of destiny, people. We do not seek to destroy any project, people. We are a family of people, a family of love, and a family of peace on one globe. So, with that being said, we will sit after our forefathers. They will sit before us, people. We're looking at the birth, growth of a fully decentralized ecosystem. Okay, people? We're looking at the birth of something brand new. See, when people created AI, we never probably understood, or to this day, it still has, because it's not everywhere. People, we see things on the internet, but it's not in front of our face. We don't see these robots running through the gym now, gunfighting robots. I'm talking about completely ran by AI. We ignore it because it's not this fully. We will fully come into realization of it when they're in our faces. They're the restaurants, the delivery your pizza, they're the mailman. That's when they'll hit you like, oh wow, in the future. Yeah, but that's how people are. We are so visual. You know, we're so much into this reality, which is the purpose of the human experience. This reality, this earth, you know? So, just got to keep that in mind here, okay? So, that is what we must keep in mind at all times. You see, we have our Ethereum down 0.6%, okay? So, what's going to happen is this: we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, okay? We have Dogecoin, okay? And after Ethereum, we have Litecoin, okay? That completes the trinity for the cryptos on the main space. These coins are adored and liked by people. And then we get your Doge, then you get your Shiba, and then we get our Kuma. These will expand, they will grow. This will be toppled only to tease them, to catch them in the 40 range. This will never be seen again one day. This will be history. We are looking at the pages of time being turned right in front of our faces. It's happening so slow, and all we're thinking about is the day. You ever see somebody tell you, yeah, whatever you want, stop daydreaming, just go out and do it now? And I see posts like that, I just laugh. It's just funny. Because if everybody was doing now, who would not be doing? And if nobody's not doing, how can doing happen? The balance of the universe, the yin and the yang. So everything must happen at once. You see, people look at the trash man and they just, just brush him off. He's nobody. If the trash man did not pick our trash up every day, the population of rats would triple and we'll be back into the era of the bubonic plague. Kumas. So everybody in life plays a position and a part. At one time, the plumber was the hero because the disease was breaking out with the outhouses, the poop buckets, and all of these people count. Everybody counts. Everybody's position is important. We have created divisiveness in our positions to say, well, he's a basketball player, so he's better than. We have thought that. We have added that, but to creation, everything counts. Okay? Everything counts, and everything is happening all at once, and everything shall happen again. And time never stops. It's written. It shall never stop. The planets, everything else, Kuma. That can be reborn. It can go. It can. Time never stops. And it manifests all things. So we have to look at these things. So eventually the pages will turn on these things. We're looking at what is our position. The Kuma offers a fully decentralized exchange, which is strictly based on meme coins. You know where our utility lines are. We're the platform for everything that's funny, for every joke. You know, we turn the frowns and we turn those upside down to a grin, to a smirk, and often a vibrant smile. The Kumas, we bring peace. So that's all. That's our, our thing in the space, people. So this is giving you an update. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. And we're doing great. We're 4.5%, and just gotta enjoy our existence, man. We gotta create more. I think we have enough utility for our community. We need more jokes. People trading us and collecting. Don't trade us, collect us. We're Kumas. Be part of our community. Join us. Don't treat us like that. We're Kumas. Treat us like them Pokemon cards y'all collected and never wanted to sell ever again. Okay, Kuma? Kuma. When time ticks, one of these things will fall off. Many of these cryptos will disappear. Some shall stand, okay? We have just joined the group of standards. Until next time, guys, broadcasting live, Kuma Klan signing off.